guys, it's Terry. I'm gonna make beef jerky today. This is like the video I've been promising to make for a long time. So I'm gonna make it today and I'm gonna show you guys how I make it. It's really simple. This probably isn't gonna be a very long video. First thing I wanna mention is I do wear gloves. I wear the powdered latex gloves because when working with ground beef, I get it all under my nails and it's really annoying to clean out. So this just makes it way easier. And I'm going to show you what you need. So, tools wise, we need a jerky gun. So this is where the meat is going to go into, and it's going to make the process easier by turning the beef into jerky slices. Then we have the jerky cure and the seasoning, 2 packets, because I'm going to do 2 pounds, and this recipe, the seasoning and cure, 1 packet is for 1 pound. So I get this from Nesco online. I got it directly from their website. It seemed to be the best price. It was like 27 bucks or something for 30. I don't remember how many packets, but it was not a bad deal at all, especially since this jerky is so good. Once it's done, it's so worth it. And then I use the 90% ground beef. You can use any kind of meat really to do this. And we've done, what was it, turkey before, and it was pretty good too. But we use the 90% beef. That's our favorite. You will also need a dehydrator. Da-da-da, I'm blocking the light. Okay, so there's what you need. First thing you're gonna wanna do, such a good cameraman. First thing you're gonna wanna do is dump the packets in. So be super careful when doing this. This is actually kind of hard for me to talk even. I usually will hold my breath while making this because the cure the cure and the seasoning is so light and so potent that it gets in the air. It's actually the seasoning, really. The cure I don't think is what does it, because that was the seasoning I dumped in. And it's so stinking light, it just like gets in your nose and it chokes you. So I feel like, oh, that's no good. I feel like I'm going to be, I feel like I'm making my jalapeno poppers all over again. So then you're just going to mix it up with your hand. Gush, 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 gush. It's so awesome. You want to mix it until it's totally all one color. So it's going to be a brown, a darker brown color, but you want to mix it until it's totally even. Next thing you want to do after you've got your jerky all sorts of mixed up to where it's even is you want to, this jerky gun, you push the button here, pull that out, and you're ready to fill it with jerky. Or with meat. It's not jerky yet. Yeah. So it's like a brown, dark brown color. Get that in there. I usually use a spoon and it makes it a lot easier. But I don't know why. I just didn't get the spoon out, so I'm just not worrying about it. It's not that much different. It's really works fine. With 2 pounds, it usually fills my jerky gun once, and then I have to put, it's like 1.5 almost. And it usually fills my dehydrator totally and completely. So then I take this top thing. They make the tips with a little thing through there that turns it into 2 skinny ones. But this one just makes 1 wide piece. Next step. We have our bottom layer. These things are just trays that set in there like that. We just take the gun, pull the trigger, and it comes out like probably about 1 inch at a time. At the very end, you end up with some left in the thing that the gun won't get all the way out. So you end up with this extra stuff. I always just flatten it with my hands and find a spot for it. And then it becomes more yummy goodness. All right, then when you're totally done with that step, it's on to the easy part. You put the lid on. This particular dehydrator has a thing that says on it what temps to do for what. So jerky, fish, meat, 160 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is actually the highest it can go. These dehydrators are freaking awesome because you can do all sorts of stuff. You can do herbs, nuts, flowers, whatever you want to do. Super cool. I love my dehydrator. The instructions we read told us to flip the jerky about halfway through, so after about 2 hours. I've done it both ways, and I didn't notice a difference. So I usually flip it if I'm around, but if I have to go somewhere and I just leave it and I come back, it's just as good. It's still done and ready to go by 4 hours. So either way, I do it if I can, don't if I can't. The way that I store the beef jerky is I take paper towels, I lay them out on the counter, and I roll them up, and then it kind of soaks some of the excess grease out, and then I'll rip the end, like any excess paper towel that's there, off, which there usually is a little bit, and then it just slides right inside this old Jelly Belly container that we got from Costco, and it's like ready for storage. It can last like a few months in the refrigerator, so it's good times. Lasts a pretty long time. I make jerky every 2 weeks at the very least because it's a great low carb food. It's great to have it easy around. This particular one, I calculated it out to be like far less, like a fraction of a carb for like a big piece. So it's kind of hard to measure it out. I haven't measured it out totally technically because of the way that they put it on the box. Anyways, you can look it up and see what the ingredients are. It's super easy. I want to learn how to make my own spice for jerky, and if I do, I will totally show you guys how to do it or how I do it. But right now I just use this mix and it's super good. It helps me a lot through my diet. Speaking of my lifestyle change. Speaking of my low carb story, I am at 148 and some odd fraction of a pound. So I'm really excited about that. My WeFit now says I'm normal when I weigh myself, so that kind of makes me feel better. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video learning how to make beef jerky, and I hope you guys try it yourself. If you do, definitely make a response video or tell me in the comments how it came out and how you like it. There are different flavors. I use original. It's really good and it helps me out, gives me something to snack on, something quick and easy. That's really key when it comes to losing weight, is having easy things that you can eat to still manage and or lose weight. So thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my channel. I will see you guys next time. Right? Bye.